Okay. I believe I can for that. So, kitty, I should give you medicine, but I'll let you sleep a little bit. So I'm just waiting for some people to come in. I'm waiting for my medicine alarm to sound so I can turn it off real quick. Waiting for people to come in. And if you're curious, this is the Fantamorphia by Kerby Rosanes, but it's the Nordic. Man, my kids are messy. It's the Nordic version. It's not the US version. This has the extra pages in it. Oh my goodness. So I'm working in this. Hi Teresa, how are you? So this is the Nordic version. I could not find it for sale online that would ship to the US. So I'm sorry. And just so you are aware, I can't zoom out anymore, but let me lift up here. Oh, I'm doing good, Teresa. The US version, let me lift up here. So this is the Nordic version, and this is the US version. So the US version is quite a bit bigger. I gave this to my kids because I was very mad about the 19 pages. So my daughter was trying to show me how to do my swords. Oh, May made it. Yay! Oh, let's see, where can I put this? There we go. Yes, the swords, the swords, the swords. Oh, not that one. So you can see, since it's single-sided, I've not worried too much about it going through some spots. So I'm just kind of doing whatever. But yes, I'm working on the swords page. I've got just a little bit left to do with the Tombow markers, and then I was going to work on the swords themselves. Hi Elizabeth, hi April, hi May. Let's get this back to where it was. There we go. So I don't know if you can tell too much. So right here, this side, I've already done shading with pencils, whereas over here, I have not yet. So it's a slight difference. I wanted to push some of that back further. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be finishing up this little bit on the Tombows, and then I'll be finishing up the pencil work, and then we'll get into the swords. This one my daughter said is the Sword of Life, and it has to be green. And I think this one is the Unicorn Sword, and that has to be pink. Beyond that, I don't know anything else. She hasn't told me any of the other ones yet. No, that one's the snake sword, or the dragon sword. I think she said it was dragon. It's this one over here with the bat wings, I guess. Hi Lily, how are you? So I'll tell you what I'm using mostly. No, not that one. Well, yes, this one. But so the three major ones that I'm using on all of the trees are the 990, 992, and 977, which is light sand, and saddle brown. And then I go in with the 899, the redwood, for like the really, really darker places, the back shadows. So that's what I've been doing. Hi, Erica. So I put a base down of the 990. And back in the back here, where you see the little black dots, those weren't always black. They were actually just shaded by Kerby. And I took the Pit Pen Dark Sepia and went back and did all of that. Because it has a very, very fine point on it, so I could go in and do all of that. No problem, April. I love the sand for stuff like this. It works out very well. So I'm going to go in, since I've already done a base of sand, I'm going to set that to the side. And this is the sand. I've already done a base of the light sand. So I'm just coming in. Let me see. Let me zoom. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Zoomy zoom. And all the stuff in the back here, I'm not being very precise. There's not really a need to be hyper precise. I am leaving some spots for highlights, but then I go back over and usually I take a lot of that back out, except for on the big pieces that are right here in the front, big show pieces. And I'm just blocking out. I'm not even, this isn't its final form. I'm trying to figure out what all's what, and where it goes can be tricky. So there, I do just little bits at a time, otherwise I lose where I'm at. Thank you, Kimberly. Hello. Thank you, Night Fear. So then I'm going with the saddle brown now. Again, just kind of put more on the back parts and the shadows. It's all extremely loose. This is behind, so the whole thing gets shadowed. This is under. Let's see. May made it, yay! I know I noticed that Laura Rafferty is streaming too, which is just fine. I'll have to catch her on the recording though. So some of the more prominent ones, I don't know if you've noticed, I've tried to make it a little different. The bigger ones, a little more detail oriented instead of just flat going for it. So now I'm gonna go, because this is single-sided, I'm not waiting for it to dry or anything. Going back with the sand and just kind of blending it all in. Come out a little further in some spots. I thought I'd show you guys the Tombows here, because I have been, I don't know what it was. I was like, man, this sword page just keeps calling. And I had an idea for the wood part here, and so I just went with it. And then my daughter gave me the idea for all the swords, so I was like, well, now I've got to do it. Alright, and now I'm going to take the light sand and go over all of that. Good luck, Night Fear. We have new emojis. Excellent. Yeah, I can only imagine. This has taken me... Gosh, when did I start it? This is why I started writing down in this book, because I don't know when I start things. I started on the 28th. Hi, Shirley. So I started on the 28th, and I've been doing it a little bit here and there since then. So I'm just taking that light sand, and I'm really just going over everything. No rhyme, no reason. I'm just trying to blend that sand out. And it dries different, so you may want to wait for it to dry to figure out if you need to change anything or need to go over anything. So while I may not be, ooh, let me get the redwood here, the 9 or 899, because this is under. So let me shade that a bit. And some of this I'll go back with pencil. Well, most of it I'll go back with pencil and fix the shadows a bit more. Finally almost done with my waves. It'll be pretty when it's done, at least. So there's that. It looks funky. It'll dry a bit better. And if I feel like I need to, I'll just go back over with sand and kind of blend a bit more. So that's just how I'm doing this here. I'll do some more. Hi Scooby, how are you? Let's try to finish this off here. So this is the sand. I'm trying to keep kind of a light, flowy hand here. If you have any questions, shout them out. I'll see if I can't answer them. So when these are all done, I'll go through and show you how I was shading with the polys. I was using Polychromos and Luminance to shade. I couldn't find the right brown in polys. Aww, yummy breakfast. Thanks, Shirley. The more it's come together, the more I've just been like, oh, I love this page. I don't know why I love it, I just love it. So there's no real, like, oh, the shadows go on this side or wherever. They're just kind of wherever. I didn't really have a plan to go with that. So wherever the pen puts them is where they are. I think this is the last bit. Hi Charlotte, how are you? No, I haven't finished my big poster at all. I've put that up for a while. It was giving me a headache. It was giving me a headache. So this is the saddle brown. I must say though, I was really worried about this big of page in the ink going out on these markers. But so far, even the sand, which I've used the most of, the light sand, hasn't shown any signs of drying out, which I'm pretty impressed with. Got some whips like that. Yeah, I have to go through all my whips. I really should. I really should, but I'm not one of those people. So if it calls to me, so be it. If not, then well, tough luck. I'm being a little more careful with the saddle brown, because it is a darker color and I don't necessarily want to go quite so crazy with it. So I ended up having to take little Miss Marvel to the vet yesterday, because starting like Friday night I took her to bed. Yes. Nothing. Oh, you just come to pet the kitty cat? Okay. So Friday night I took her to bed and she just started sneezing. Like crazy sneezing. Wouldn't stop for maybe 10 minutes. So I kept an eye on her, and her eating hadn't changed or anything. So I was like, okay. And then her eyes started getting all gunky. I was like, oh. It was Saturday. Sunday it was swollen. Her eye was swollen around it and it was all gunky. So I called Monday. I was like, I think something's wrong with the cat. So she has a respiratory infection. Got her on antibiotics. Excuse me. Got her on antibiotics now. So. What book? Who's finishing a book? Oh, a reading book? Yeah, so little Miss Kitty, she's got a respiratory infection. And got her on antibiotics, but the doctor said caught her early, so she had a little fever, but not too bad. So. Oh goodness, that had to be not a good book, Robin. Was it really that bad? I can say there's one or two books that I would be like, if I could like dumpster fire it for a review. Though if anybody is in the reading, oh goodness, the reading Facebook group, The President is Missing is what we're reading for July. I'll start reading it after I finish Neverwhere. I'm like halfway, no, a little bit less than halfway through it. So, you know, I'm invested at this point. Books are one of those things that I can't, like, read 2 books at one time. I'm not capable of that. I can color more than one thing at a time, but I can't read. Hi, Panda. How are you? I like Neverwhere. I got the version, it says the author's preferred text. So I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know what author's preferred text is in reference to. But I'm digging it. It's pretty interesting. Which means now I'm going to have to pick up and read my American Gods book. Because they totally screwed the pooch on the show. They like fired all the writers for the American Gods show and hired all new writers, and they're still working on season 2, and I'm so upset. Bless you, kitty. I'm so upset because it was so flippin' good. I don't understand what happened. Yeah, I don't know why there's more than one version either, Night Fear. I wonder if the publisher like edited some stuff out, and so Neil Gaiman was just like, well, here's my version B. I gotta watch myself. I cussed on the last stream and I feel very bad about that. So this is the sand coming in again. I'm sure only a few people caught it last stream, but still, I did it and I feel bad. It wasn't like a SHIT or anything fun like that. No, I dropped the F-bomb. I was bad. I'm so bad. Yeah, if you have any questions, just holler. Y'all are talking. It's cool. It's cool, yeah. Oh, I want to go in with the redwood and do some of these ones that are back in the deep shadows. So it's easier to blend it if you do it now versus later. Here we go. The Ocean at the End of the Lane. No, I haven't. A Night Fear, believe it or not, Neverwhere is the first Neil Gaiman book I've ever read. So I am just now getting into it. I've never read Terry Pratchett. I did read a lot of Anne McCafferty, The Dragon Riders of Pern. That was really good. I liked those. And Clan of the Cave Bear. I really want to finish reading those. I think I only read the first 2 books. I don't know why, but it was just super interesting. Can't remember who the author was for that one. Morning, Tess. How are you? Thank you, Panda. I hurt my neck. I'm just now feeling it. Oof. I hate when I wake up and pull a muscle. Just like, really, way to start the day. It doesn't help when you're trying to extricate yourself from the covers without disturbing the cat. Because heaven forbid she move. Right, Kitty? What are you looking at? You're not coming over here. No, ma'am. Just started Neil Gaiman 2, Love Anne McCaffrey books. Jean All, there you go. Thank you, Melissa. Okay, Robin, you can't see something from somebody else's eyes. That's unfair to ask. Because if you're going to write a book, you have to write it in a way that you are making the reader see it from your own eyes. If you can't, no, kitty. No, kitty. Are you coming to say hi, Miss Marvel? No, ma'am. Seriously. This is not where you groom. Thank you. But yeah, you can't make somebody see something that you didn't write in. If she's not gonna... I'm not saying this right. I know you understand what I'm saying, though. As a writer, it is her job to put the story across in the way that she wants the reader to see it. It is not your job as the reader to seek out the author to find out what the heck she meant. Just saying. It's like writing 101, isn't it? Who's cooking dinner? Yeah, Robin. I'd have just told her she failed as an author then. I mean, you know, that's kind of harsh. But if she were to actually try to get it... Did she actually get it published through a publisher, or is it self-published? I think that's the only thing wrong with self-publishing, is that you get some doozies out there that maybe should have seen an editor. Alright, so now I'm moving on to the pencil portion of the day. So I'm going to try to keep a corner up here. Yeah, you may not like what comes out of the mouth. Ooh, I need to sharpen. I'm going to try working up in this corner, because I've worked to about right here, I can tell. So I'm going to work this corner here. But first, I'm going to sharpen. Alright, so what I'm using is the dark sepia from the Polychromos. Thank you, Panda. Thank you, Elizabeth. Self-published. Yeah. Luminance, buff titanium, and brown ochre. So 37 and 801. I put clear nail polish over these too. Thank you, Scooby. So, let's see. I think I came up to here. I know I can see it over here. So what I'm just doing is taking and just kind of pushing some of that back a little bit with the dark sepia. Pushing some of it back into the shadows. I'm not doing a heavy hand, not even a little bit. This is very light-handed. Just enough to shade, not enough to really like black it out. And then I take the brown ochre and go through the more prominent ones, the ones in the foreground, and kind of blend that out just a hair more. And then the buff titanium I use as my highlight. And that's it. Like that's... Was that even in screen? Haha. Thank you, Robin. Hi, Joan. How are you? Oh, Shirley, I'll use just about anything I got. I'm kind of going to throw the gambit at this picture. I feel bad though, I don't use Prismacolors very much. I'm just not a Prisma girl. It's not in my nature. So then I just go through and I just pick out where I want shadows, where I want to emphasize the shadows more. And then it literally just pushes those roots back into the background and pops out the ones I want in the foreground. See, like right here is completely different than back here. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. You're slowly breaking up with Prisma. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it. Good to know not everybody holds it against me. So I'm just trying to give some depth perception here. Separating the different tree parts, because this is a different part of the tree than this is. So they're two different ones. So what I would end up doing is taking my buff titanium a little bit and highlighting there. I already took my sepia down here. Take the brown, and now you have created some depth. Hi, Linda. Yeah, the quality control issues with Prismas is a sad state of affairs. I agree. So I bounce around because I never know like where I'm at exactly. I'm terrible. I'm going to try to stay on screen. Holler if I go out. Oh, my neck. Now I'm switching to the brown ochre. Just kind of, some spots I just don't want to go over it with more marker. I'm afraid it would just do too much damage to the paper itself. So far I haven't pilled anywhere. Knock on wood. I'm actually quite amazed by that. Because there was a few times I was like, alright, this is time number 16. You're going to pill now, right? So, I'm amazed I didn't pill on the page, but all good. But so I decided to use pencil instead of trying to go over more with the markers. Yes, Arteza is coming out with 120 pencils. I do not know when. They only said that it was in production. So, or did they say it was in development? Because that would make a huge difference, production between. Yes, we are planning on expanding our expert coloring pencil line to 120 colors. New product is under development now. So no, it's not even in production yet, so they're still working on it. They're working out the colors now is what that reads to me. So. Hi Essie, how are you? Welcome to your first live stream. This is the Nordic version of Fantamorphia. So this is the version with the extra pages in it. I'm going to slide down here. I am going a little faster than I normally would. Because I want to get this one looks like it's doing the splits. I want to get to some swords. Cool, Elizabeth. Yeah, I'm curious, like, I probably should ask them if they're going to have open stock then for those of us that maybe have bought the 72 set and just need the new release stuff. And then open stock would also help other people who don't buy pencils unless there is open stock. I may hold off on a second set just because I was going to buy another 72 set, but if they're developing 120, I may hold off on that. That would be nice, wouldn't it, Elizabeth? Yeah, May's got the flip through on it. Essie, they're really, really good pencils, I have to say. And their customer service is excellent. I usually get an answer within a couple hours from them. You know whose customer service is not excellent, and I ended up having to go through my insurance just to get this stupid thing fixed, is OptumRx. Lord have mercy, I still had to try to fix it. And the lady is on the phone with me. I'm like, look, I've already had to be escalated to the supervisor before. Can you just, send me there and, whatevs. So apparently, like, the supervisor didn't want to deal with me. Excellent, Essie. The supervisor didn't want to deal with me, so she made the poor little customer service lady, and I say poor because I yelled at her. I lost my temper. And she made her deal with me and was asking me all these questions. I'm like, look, let me talk to the supervisor. Yes, but I need this information. Like, I understand. Let me talk to the supervisor. Well, they're busy. No, honey, it's not lunchtime. I promise I'll let you know. Are you okay? Oh, God, she fell. I told you it's not lunchtime. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, poor little Zoe. She's fine. She just slipped down a stair, which is scary. So, yeah, so OptumRx didn't want to deal with me because I've called since, February. I've been calling since February about this stupid prescription. So my doctor ended up calling into CVS, which was my old pharmacy. And so I was trying to get Optum to get the prescription from CVS and just, fill it. And they were like, oh, ma'am, we can't make outgoing phone calls. I was like, lady, it is 2018. You're telling me nobody in your office can make an outgoing phone call. Not even the old supervisor that won't talk to me. She was like, no, ma'am, I can't. I said, you can't, but I know your supervisor can. Why am I not talking to them? I got really mad. I told her I was going to do everything in my power to make sure that their company was no longer used by United Healthcare because they are the crappiest insurance prescription company ever. Ever. I have never had a company so unwilling to do anything. And I told the United Healthcare rep, I was like, look, I'm tired. I'm done. I've been doing this since February, and I don't know what else I can do to make them do their job. I was so mad I was crying. I hate that. Thank you, Essie. There you go. Megan, start bootlegging them. I know, Robin. They're terrible. I hate that company. I hate. And you know what? The United Healthcare rep, she said, she called my doctor's office just to get them to send the script to Optum. And she was like, it'll be about 72 hours, your doctor's office said. And then she called back in like 15 minutes. She's like, so it's done. You'll have it in a week. I was like, see, look, why did I have to involve the insurance company? See, you could have just done that. You could have just made a flippin' phone call. I don't think you can order this online. I tried looking for the Norwegian version, and everywhere that I was looking said you couldn't find it. It said it wouldn't ship to the US. So I don't know about anywhere else, but I couldn't find it anywhere to ship to the US. Alright, let's see. I have to make Rice Krispie treats today. I have to make patriotic Rice Krispie treats. I got some red, white, and blue sprinkles. Apparently my husband wanted white chocolate drizzled on them too, so I've got that. Oh, let's see, I'm using the Dark Sepia by Polychromos. I'm using Luminance Brown Ochre and Buff Titanium. I'm just flipping around and trying to even out some of the marker. I could probably spend weeks just doing this. So I'm going to stop that for now. Just so you guys get the idea. But I am dying to work on this Sword of Life. So I'm going to zoom right about there. I have an idea. Okay? Just bear with me. I want it to be silver, right? But I want it to have a green tinge to it. So I want to take the chartreuse here. Right? Do I want chartreuse? I think I do. I want chartreuse, so that's 133. Where are you? There we go. 133. And then my normal silvers. So I'm going to get my cool gray. So my cool gray 1, 3, and 5. Right? Yeah. Oh, reaching over this is not fun. So N95, N75, and N65. There we go. So that's pretty much how I'm going to go with the blade. Alright, are we ready? Let's pop some wrists, stretch, and pray we don't screw this up. Oops, sorry. I did a test on the light bulb here. These are, I do have the full set of pits, but these are the Tombows. So I may use the pits in for some of the detail work, but for this big stuff I'm just using the Tombow. So for this I'm actually probably gonna do shadows on the right and light on the left, just for posterity purposes. Posterity. Need a drink. I'm really nervous. So brush pens are different because I've got these are felt tipped, whereas brush pens are different. I was looking at the full set of the Arteza brush pens. So the brush pens are different. These are actually like a brush. These are actually like a paintbrush. The Tombows are excellent. I did all of the trees with the Tombows. I've done the little light bulb here, and now I'm about to really screw things up. Okay, so I have an idea in my head. I don't know that it's going to work. Alright, so I'm just going to go there with the green. I'm going to take my cool gray number 1, the N95. I'm going to pull it to about there. Okay. I know I do that when I'm depressed, Rob, and I'm like, bye. You only live once. Bye. N75 for the cool gray. Cool gray 3. So I legit don't know what I'm doing. So what I'm going for is a green tinged metal look. Does that make sense to y'all? Oh, I'm using Tombows, Katrina. Using the Tombow dual brush. So, okay, before I go too much further, I'm looking for a green tinged metal. Do you think I should just take the green to the other edge and go from there before I go too much further? April, what do you think? Should I take my green to the other side? Yes, surely. A green gray. Ooh, I could do an aged copper on one. That would be cool. Alright, so I'm going to take the green all the way to the other edge. And then use the grays to shade it. Okay. And then I can do like a darker green. Yeah, I can go back with a green pencil too. That's true. So let's see. 95 is the first one. So I may go over everything. Cool gray 1. Oop, I'm going to start pilling if I'm not careful. Okay. Let it dry. I'll go back to shadowing. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I was trying to do too much. Oh, the cat doesn't know where the kids are, so she's like crying for him. Poor kitty. Bye, April. Have a good day. Hope it's a meeting that's worthwhile, not one that could just be sent in an email. While that dries, I don't want to pill. I was starting to. Nope. So one end is the brush tip and one end is a fine tip. It's dual ended. Oh, I know, Michelle. My husband complains about it all the time. Especially because 90% of his day is meetings. And he's supposed to be coding databases. He's like, I can't code a flipping database for you if you don't stop making me go to meetings. And there's links down in the description below for the 96 set and for each of the 10 sets of 10. On some of them you do overlap though, so just be careful. You'll get duplicates. I'm actually really scared to keep going with the markers, so I'm probably going to pull pencil here after I finish doing this bit. Oh, and I have to say, I'm so flipping happy. We refinanced my car again. We've been doing it every year since I bought the car. Because back when we bought the car, my husband's credit was not the best. He was still working on some debts and whatnot, and we were still working on some of my medical bills from when I had the girls. And so, you know, we had a high car payment, which was fine because my husband's car was due to be paid off, and, you know, we weren't like, it wasn't so bad that we weren't able to, like, live, but now we've got it down to under 300 and I'm so flipping happy. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some pencils. Yeah, so if you get like the 10 sets, like there's a set of Galaxy, there's a set of Brights, there's a set of Grays, there's a set of secondary colors, primary colors. If you just buy the sets, you will get duplicates. If you buy the 96 set, those are all unique. They are all unique. This is the 96 set. But if you buy just a 10 set here and a 10 set there and a 10 set there, then you will get duplicates and overlap. Believe it or not, guys, I'm actually probably going to pull my Prismas. No. Am I? No. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm not doing that. That's not what's happening. Pulling my Lumies. Robin, I think you can get them open stock on Dick Blick. You'll have to double check. I haven't looked yet because I did buy some 10 sets, so I've got a lot of duplicates. I'm just looking for my Lumies. Alright, so I want the Steel Gray. I want the Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray 30. Is there Silver Gray? Steel Gray. Let's go Slate Gray and probably black. seems like a lot, but I don't know what I'm doing. So. Oh, hey, look, one I've never sharpened. In the wild. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're open stock in a few places, which is good because I'm probably going to need that light sand. I'm just going to get a sharpen on these. Ugh, I hate that it says Dick Blick needs a review. That's stupid. Yes, it says Dick. We're all 12-year-old boys. Okay, so, not that I think the silver gray is going to really do anything, but I'm going to go, I should probably get the white. There's my white Lumi, my itty bitty, just for some highlight. Let's see. That's Payne's gray. Let's grab the steel gray. What's nice with the Lumi is I can then build it up if I need to. I'm gonna have to shadow under those. Let's see. And you know what? I don't care. It's okay, Robin. The Arteza, so the brush pens are way different than the Tombows. I'll let you know right now. They go down different, they feel different, and they probably spread different. I haven't tested that though. What did I use? I used the steel gray, I've used the white, I've used the silver gray. What am I going to use next? I'm going to use the slate gray. Probably going to put that one away. Maybe this is what I'll do. I'll take and put the undercolor of the blade that I want. Like this is the blade of life or the sword of life or whatever. I'll put the undercolor on with Tombow. Then I'll go through with pencils. Ooh, ah. So, I have to show you guys. Hold on. Sorry, I have to show something. Let me back out here. Alright, so my 7-year-old, I let her use the real brush pens. And I showed her on one of the bubbles where you could put a little down and then take water and spread it back out. So that's what she did. And that's kind of how I use these. I use these as a water color. I don't use them like a marker like I do the Tombows. I use them as watercolor. So that's kind of the difference in how I see them. Whether or not you treat them differently or the same or what have you, that's on you. Oh, I dropped it. Ouch. My neck. So, you can't get them, Linda? Yeah, but the Zig Clean Color Real Brush is the exact same as the Arteza brush markers. It's the same thing. It's watercolor tube with a brush nib full of watercolors. These are water-based and these are water-based. But these move differently than these move on paper with water. So that's the difference. This is like having liquid watercolor just ready to go, whereas this is a marker. Yes, it's water-based, but it doesn't move the same way a watercolor does. That's terrible, Linda. Yeah, they're working on the colors though, Michelle. I don't know if you were here, but I did talk to Arteza, and they are currently in development for a total of 120 colors in their color line. So that is something to look forward to. They are currently developing more colors for their expert pencil line. Yeah, I want to get the 96 set of the Arteza Real Brush. I have the 30 set, or the 36 or whatever, of the Zigs. But they have 90, but I don't want to pay the 90 price for them. They are really great pencils, Artezas, I have to say. I have to agree. I'm sorry I keep knocking stuff. They are a really great pencil. I will get back to my Zelmjus Novo. Just right now I'm really PO'd at myself for the crappy coloring I did on the one thing, so I need to get over it and then finish it. That one flower, man, I don't know what my problem was. Alright, I'm pretty happy with these pencils, with the pencil going down over the green. That's actually pretty close to what I was wanting when I was thinking of this. Thanks to whoever said that. Take the black and do some of these deeper shadow areas. See? Live and learn. Go around the edge here just to give it some shape. Biggest issue I have is they aren't open stock. Yeah. Yeah, Shirley, they're $20 pencils. And FYI, July, hold on, let me check my email. They just sent me an email on it. July 16th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time begins Prime Day. I don't know what art supplies they will have on Prime Day. Just FYI, people, Prime Day's coming up. Save up for some goodies that might tickle your fancy. I'm really wanting to work with distress inks, so I might see if those go on sale. Now I'm just going to get fiddly with this. But this is the general idea of the sword that I was going for. So I can put that one away. I do want, let's see. I'm going to look through my Pitt pens. So May Green, I love that color. And Permanent Green Olive, because it's kind of an olivey tone, the chartreuse. It's not, so there's a difference between this green and this green. See? And I'm more on this side. Maybe I should also grab Chromium Green Opaque. I think that's all the greens that are in here. So I'm going to do some of these fiddly bits here. It is kind of like Amazon's Black Friday in July. So if nobody's seen Zucchini Kitty, on YouTube has been doing videos of how she uses distress inks in her coloring books, and oh my god, it's gorgeous. And so of course I've got to try it, right? I mean, how could I not? So let's see, this is May Green. Here you guys can see the testing I did for the, oh look at that, the testing I did for the trees. I was originally going to go this way, then I ended up, so testing is good. Okay, perfect. And then do I want green olive? No, maybe not. Chromium. There we go. See, I'm looking for an olivey green, not a greeny green. Oh, cool, Michelle. You were inker before colored pencil, Shirley? I've never done it. I've never used distress inks. So I'm really, really curious. Like, her stuff looks amazing. And I'm really jelly. So I'm just, it's not a very good outline that he's got right here. So I'm just trying to figure some stuff out here. I have to say, with Pitt pens, I'm really glad the cap goes on the end. I can't do that with the Tombows. So I think that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it. So let's see, let's go in. I think that looks okay. Yeah, you have to be a Prime member. Oh, dang, Michelle. Look at that. Are you on Instagram or anything? I can go look at that page. Are you done with it? Have you posted anywhere, I should say? That sounds gorgeous. Oh, well, hold on. Let me make sure I am subbed to you. Oh, I am subscribed. I just don't have the dingers on. There we go. Bells on. Bells and whistles. I'll have to go check that out. Okay, I think that's... Ooh, I'm really happy with that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Maybe I can do a green gold. So let's see. Let's go with the black. Let's do our shadows. Oh, itchy eye. Itchy. Oh. I'm excited to go check that out. Thank you, Michelle. I'm always excited for new stuff, new ways to do things. That's how I see it. New ways to do things. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with the shadows now. Oh, hi, girly pants. Thank you. So I think that might be that blade done. So what am I at? I'm on an hour 25. I'm gonna call it here. So far I've done the Blade of Life. I still have to finish up. You see down here, it hasn't been shaded quite as well as it has over here, so I still need to do some shading. Still got some stuff to do, but I'm really excited. I don't know what to do with the hilts yet. Maybe I'll just do those plain silver. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Could be anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell button to get notifications. Don't forget also that there is links down below to anything I used here today, except for this book because I can't find it shipping to the US. But I did link the US version, which is a good 1/2 inch on either way, larger. Link the Tombows, Pit Pens are down there, everything else. And I think that's it. So for the Americans, I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July tomorrow. Do be safe, do be careful, let the professionals handle the fireworks. And that's all. Bye-bye. See you Thursday.